Hi, I'm Curt Frye. In the previous movie, in this playlist, I showed you how to summarize data using the relatively new GROUPBY function in Excel. In this movie, I will show you how to use the related function PivotBy. My sample file is called PivotBy, and it's an Excel workbook that you can download using the link that I provide in the video description below. So for a quick review, if you haven't watched the GROUPBY video, or if you have and need a bit of a reminder, the idea is that GROUPBY will combine data into a table. So we have column headers here for year, region, and sales, and then we have values for the year and summaries for the region, the East region, for each of the years. So we have East, North, South, and West, a subtotal for 2024, and then the same regions in alphabetical order with a subtotal for 2025, and then a grand total. And all of this is done with the formula that you see on the formula bar now. It is calculated using the data in the sales table on the left, and you can see the columns there, and the sales in the right-hand column. So now let's see what happens if instead of only having column headers, I want to have row headers and column headers. And I can do that using PivotBy, which, as you probably guessed, is meant to replicate at least the appearance, if not the full functionality, of a pivot table. So I'll click in cell K2, type in equal sign, and we'll start with year and region, as you see for my headers. So I have year and region, and I'll start with PivotBy. Then inside the parentheses, the row fields will be sales, then a left square bracket and year, right square bracket, then a comma. The column fields, that is the column headers, will be region. So again, from the sales table, region, right square bracket to close, and the data will come from the sales column. So the table is named sales, and the field or column is named sales, and that's okay because they're at two different levels. I couldn't have two tables named sales. There's that, then a comma, and the summary operation will be sum. I won't worry about anything else for now. Just type a right parentheses and enter, and there I have the output. I have the years of 2024 and 2025, and then sums for each of my four regions, and then total by region, total by year, and then a grand total at the bottom right. It is possible, and in fact usually the case, that you can have more than one field as a level of organization for either rows or columns. I don't have a lot of horizontal space left on the screen, so let's add a second field, in this case quarter, to the row headers. So for that, I'll go back to K2 and double click. And so I currently have sales year, and I want to add sales quarter. The problem is that I have month in between them. But what I can do is use the relatively new function hstack to combine year and quarter into basically a virtual array that we can use as input. So I will click just to the right of the opening and left parentheses, and we'll use the hstack function. The first array will be year, and order does matter. So I have year, and then sales, left square bracket, quarter. Then a right square bracket to close out the name of the field, then a right parentheses, and what that does is close out the arguments for the hstack function, and everything else can stay the same. So when I press enter, I should see sales by year, then sales by quarter in the rows, sales by region for the column headers, sales data summarized using sum. Enter, and there it is. Now, a couple of things to note is that I haven't added subtotals yet, like I have over here for GROUPBY, and also formatting is a little bit hard to read, so you would want to make sure that the regions and the years were identified properly, and of course I would most likely apply number formatting in the case of currency or accounting values to the data fields. But other than that, I have created a very compact crosstab again, mimicking a pivot table that I can use in a dashboard or another Excel workbook where I have a lot of data, but not a lot of space. I hope you enjoyed this movie. If you did, please like it and subscribe to my channel.